Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's Bendy and the Ink Machine video, we ask the question, why are there so many Borises? In the original chapter of the game, we came across Boris strapped to a table with his chest open, so it was a surprise when we encountered a living, breathing version of Boris once again during the final moments of chapter 2. It was an even greater surprise when, en route to Alice Angel's lair, Henry and Boris encountered a room full of other Boris clones, all with missing hearts. Now, I've made a video recently explaining why I personally believe Alice is collecting hearts, and this was both to fix her broken one and secondly to find a pure and kind heart that would restore her to the perfect form of Alice found in the original Bendy cartoons. Next, let's remember our reanimation theory, which explains the basic workings of the Ink Machine, as this will also be important when diving into today's theory about Boris. I believe the Ink Machine works as a kind of giant projector. With the right elements, it can splice things together and then leak out a living, breathing version of a cartoon character from the past. We see coffins all over Joey Drew's studios. These coffins include bodies which would have become the hosts, the basic framework if you will, for the character the Ink Machine decided to build. Now, I believe the Ink Machine also takes that person's personality traits into account when forming the host. So with Alice Angel, we see both Susie's good-natured side and Alison's potentially more volatile and toxic side coming together to form a split personality. With Joey Drew, if he is indeed Bendy, we see a powerful, corrupt and aggressive personality embodied within his Ink Machine creation, the Ink Demon. So when it comes to Boris, we may see more kind and compassionate souls inhabiting these clones. However, we do have to remember that in the original cartoons, Boris was shown to be dangerous and aggressive at times, as well as placid, clumsy and lazy. So with this information, it is logical to conclude that the human hosts of Boris may well exhibit characteristics of both good and evil, making the Boris template open to a wider range of potential matches than the other Ink Machine clones, such as the Butcher Gang, who would be based only on the bodies of people that had bad personalities and evil souls. Okay, so how does the Ink Machine use this host's body to create a clone of Boris? My theory is that we have 4 components, and these 4 items are added to the Ink Machine to create a Boris or other cartoon creation. 1. The body taken from a coffin of a suitable host. 2. A drawing or template of a desired character. 3. A personal item from that person, such as the ones Henry collected for the ritual during Bendy Chapter 1. 4. Some of that magic ink. Then, power up the Ink Machine and hey presto, you have a cartoon clone bearing the characteristics of the host. Which begs the question, who is the Boris that we encountered in Bendy Chapter 3? Well, I had long ago theorised that Boris may well be Wally Franks, and guess what? I still believe that. If we look at the classic portrayal of Boris in the short animation Tombstone Picnic, we see a wolf who, while lazy and easily distracted, also showed a very angry and aggressive side, enough to scare away Bendy himself. This is not the case with the Boris Henry encounters in Chapter 3, who cowers whenever danger is nearby. Which character has the famous catchphrase, "I'm out of here"? Why, Wally Franks, a character frequently hiding from danger in real life. Also, Wally was a known handyman around the studio, as well as a janitor. In the safe house at the beginning of Chapter 3, Boris hands a toolbox over to Henry so he can fix the door, but not before eating, and we know Boris seems to have quite the appetite. We also see a plunger in the bathroom and overalls hung on the washing line, suggesting this Boris may have formerly been a janitor. Boris even takes the flashlight and ventures into a vent to fix a door so Henry can proceed, another telling sign that this Boris is indeed handyman Wally Franks. This also makes sense for the story of Bendy and the Ink Machine, as we know Wally helped build the Ink Machine and so may be the key to disabling it, and helping Henry defeat the Ink Demon himself. Also check out my Alice Angel heart theory for additional info on why this particular Boris is so very important to her. Now, why would Joey Drew want to create characters such as Boris, Bendy and the Butcher Gang in real life? Well, we know that Joey was very driven and something of a visionary within his field. It may have been that he wished to further the medium of animation by literally bringing his creations to life through the power of the Ink Machine. Perhaps he even had the idea of creating a theme park attraction based around his cartoon creations, but instead of turning out like this, it ended up turning out like this. Having a Boris template would mean with the right kind of host and through the magic of the Ink Machine, Joey could essentially form as many of these characters for his grand plan as required. Either way guys, I hope this video has helped explain a possible solution for why there are so many Boris clones all over Joey Drew Studios. And that's it for today's video guys, I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, remember to give it a like and subscribe for more horror related content, including theories, analysis and let's play videos, and I will see you on the next one.